Forget the AI engineer. The real money in AI is hiding in plain sight. In this video, we reveal the 5 highest paying AI jobs for 2026, with some reaching well over $250,000 per year, and the number one role might shock you. In the next few minutes, you will learn the specific roles that offer massive paychecks, often beyond typical engineering. We'll cover the AI research scientist, the machine learning operations lead, and a strategy role that requires surprisingly little day to day coding. But first, let's start with a role hiding in plain sight: the AI product manager. As of 2026, the median salary for an AI product manager is nearly $198,000, with top positions at major tech firms easily clearing $280,000 or more in total compensation. Why so high? Because while engineers build the AI, the product manager decides what to build. They bridge the dangerous gap between a powerful algorithm and a profitable business solution. Most engineers focus on technical execution, but companies are paying a massive premium for leaders who can find the multi-million-dollar problem the algorithm needs to solve. That skill is the first key to unlocking a top-tier AI salary. Next up is the Machine Learning Operations Lead, or MLOps lead. This is one of the most under-discussed, high-impact roles in the entire AI ecosystem. While data scientists are busy building models, someone has to build the factory that produces those models at scale. That's MLOps. Think of them as the air traffic controllers for AI. They ensure models don't crash, run efficiently, and get updated without causing chaos. It's a high stress, high reward job with an average salary that can push well past $190,000. Top earners can push well past $230,000 because they save companies millions in wasted computing power and failed deployments. The uncomfortable truth is that a brilliant model that can't be reliably deployed is just a very expensive research paper. Then you have the AI research scientist. Average salaries here are around $159,000, but that number is misleading. At top tech companies and research labs, senior roles can easily exceed $300,000. These are the people inventing the future of AI, not just implementing it. Picture them as the explorers charting brand new territory. But here's what most career guides won't tell you: this isn't a role you get after a 6-month bootcamp. The barrier to entry is immense, often requiring a PhD and a portfolio of published research. It's a high-risk, high-reward path for those who want to build the foundational technologies everyone else will be using in 5 years. Finally, a role that's exploding in importance: the AI ethicist, sometimes called an AI governance specialist. With an average salary that can range from $120,000 to over $180,000 for senior positions, this role is about building trust. As AI makes critical decisions in finance, healthcare, and law, companies are terrified of the legal and brand damage from a biased or rogue algorithm. The AI ethicist is the safeguard. They aren't just asking, "Can we build this?" They are asking, "Should we build this? And how do we build it safely?" They are the guardrails on the AI superhighway, and that responsibility now commands a 6-figure salary because the cost of getting ethics wrong is catastrophic. We've just covered 4 roles that all push well past the typical senior engineer salary. If any of these surprised you, let me know in the comments which one you think is the most underrated. Go ahead, pause the video and comment now. It helps the algorithm, and I read every single one. Now, the number one highest paying role is different. It's a hybrid of strategy, technical oversight, and business leadership that very few people can do well. And in the rest of this video, we're breaking down exactly what that role is, why it pays so much, and the concrete steps you can take to get there. The number one highest paying AI job isn't what you think. It's not the lead AI engineer, nor is it the brilliant research scientist publishing papers. The highest paid role, with salaries frequently soaring past $300,000, and in some cases with total compensation approaching $500,000, is the AI transformation lead. Sometimes it's called Head of AI Strategy or Director of AI Solutions. The title doesn't matter as much as the function. This person is the ultimate bridge between the technical wizardry of AI and the cold, hard reality of a business's profit and loss statement. Think of it like this: AI engineers are the master chefs. They can create a perfect, technically brilliant dish, a highly accurate prediction model. But the AI transformation lead is the executive chef and restaurant owner. They don't just ask, "How good is this dish?" They ask, "Will this dish sell? Does it fit on our menu? Can we source the ingredients profitably, and will it bring customers back? While the engineers are perfecting the algorithm, the transformation lead is ensuring that the algorithm actually makes the company money. This is the skill gap that CEOs are willing to pay a fortune to fill. It's not about making AI work, it's about making AI matter. So, what does this role actually do? It breaks down into three core responsibilities, and the first one is the most counterintuitive for technical professionals. It's deep business acumen. Here's what most career guides miss. The highest paid AI professionals spend less time reading code and more time reading financial reports. They hunt for inefficiencies and opportunities where AI can create a disproportionate return on investment. Let's use a case study. A logistics company was losing exactly $2,847,000 a year due to shipping delays. The engineering team's solution was to build a better route optimization model. But the AI transformation lead looked deeper. They discovered the real problem wasn't the routes, it was manual paperwork at customs. The solution wasn't a better model, but an AI agent that could automatically generate and submit customs forms in real time. That insight, born from business analysis, not code, saved the company an extra $1 million. That's why they get paid more. They don't just solve the problem they're given, they find the right problem to solve. Now, you might be thinking, this just sounds like a business consultant. And here's where the second skill comes in: technical intuition and systems thinking. While an AI transformation lead may not be pushing code to production every day, they need a profound understanding of what is possible. They need to know the difference between a problem that can be solved with a simple API call to GPT-5 and one that requires building a custom model from scratch. They are the architect of the entire AI system, not just a single component. Visualize a flowchart. Imagine a diagram for an e-commerce company. A customer complaint email arrives. An AI agent reads it, performs sentiment analysis, and categorizes the issue. If it's a delivery problem, it triggers an API call to the shipping provider system to get a real-time update. It then drafts a personalized apology email to the customer using Claude 4.5 and simultaneously creates a ticket in the customer service platform with a summary of the issue. The AI engineer builds one or two of those boxes. The AI transformation lead designs the entire interconnected system. They see the whole picture. This requires a mental map of how different AI technologies, from natural language processing to computer vision, fit together to create business value. Let's look at another specific case. A fashion retailer was dealing with a 17% product return rate, costing them just over $4 million annually. The data science team had been trying for a year to improve their product recommendation engine with minimal success. The AI transformation lead took a different approach. They didn't start with the existing data, they started with the customer experience. They commissioned a small team to build a rapid prototype, a demo of a virtual try-on tool using the latest generative AI. It took 2 weeks and cost about $25,000. When they showed this demo to executives, how a customer could upload a photo and see what a dress would actually look like on them, it completely changed the conversation. The prototype forecasted a potential 30% reduction in returns. That small, targeted demo unlocked a multi-million-dollar project, and the person who connected the technology to the business problem became indispensable. And this reveals an uncomfortable truth. The path to the highest-paying AI job isn't about grinding more leet code, it's about changing why you code. Your code becomes a tool for persuasion, not just production. You build demos and proofs of concept that show the art of the possible and convince executives to invest. You're no longer just a builder. You are a strategic visionary who uses technology to prove a point. If this is making sense to you, hit that like button. It's a simple click for you, but it tells the algorithm that this strategic approach is valuable. The third and final pillar is leadership and communication. This is often the hardest skill for technical experts to master. An AI transformation lead must be a master translator. In the morning, they might be in a boardroom explaining the concept of AI hallucinations to a non-technical CEO, using simple analogies to build trust and manage expectations. By the afternoon, they could be in a deep dive session with engineers, discussing the trade-offs between different vector databases for a new RAG system. They have to speak the language of business, ROI, market share, customer acquisition cost, and the language of technology, latency, scalability, model accuracy. This ability to fluidly switch between worlds is incredibly rare. They are the communication hub that connects the executive suite to the server room, ensuring everyone is aligned on a single coherent AI strategy. Without this person, you get brilliant technology that solves no real problems and ambitious business goals with no technical path to achieving them. That's a recipe for millions in wasted investment, and it's why this hybrid strategic role has become the new top of the pyramid in the world of AI careers. But knowing what the role is and successfully becoming one are two different things. The path to becoming an AI transformation lead is littered with brilliant engineers who made a few critical, non technical mistakes. The most common mistake is focusing on the best technology instead of the right solution. Engineers are trained to seek technical elegance, but in this role, a simple API call to GPT-4o that solves 80% of the problem is infinitely more valuable than a perfect custom-built model that takes a year to build. The second mistake is trying to solve everything at once. You see the potential for AI everywhere, so you draft a massive 5-year transformation plan. That plan will almost always fail. It's too big, too slow, and too expensive to get executive buy-in. This is a key reason why some studies show that a vast majority of AI pilots, as many as 80% to 95%, fail to deliver a meaningful business impact. I saw this happen at a major retail company. A top-tier machine learning team spent 18 months and over $3 million building a revolutionary inventory prediction system. It was a technical masterpiece, but it required a complete overhaul of their existing warehouse software. The project was so disruptive that the operations team resisted it and it was quietly shelved. The failure wasn't the algorithm, it was a failure of strategy. They never got buy-in from the people whose jobs it would change because they started with the technology, not the human workflow. This reflects a wider trend where a high percentage of AI projects fail to scale, not because of technical issues, but due to operational challenges and a lack of clear objectives. This is why the proof is right there in the job descriptions. I'm looking at a posting now for Head of AI Solutions. The top requirement isn't a PhD in computer science, it's proven experience leading cross-functional teams and managing stakeholder relationships. Or look at this quote from a CTO at a recent tech conference. He said, "I have 100 engineers who can build models. I have 2 people who can tell me which models will actually make us money. Those 2 are 10 times more valuable." The data backs this up. Gartner has projected that by 2030, AI could handle approximately 80% of traditional project management tasks, shifting the focus for human leaders to strategic thinking and stakeholder engagement. So, how do you scale into this role? Here are 2 pro tips. First, stop writing proposals and start building demos. Don't tell your boss about a potential AI solution. Show them a 5-minute video of a working prototype you built over the weekend using Claude 4.5. A demo is worth 1,000 meetings. Second, learn to speak the language of risk, not just the language of features. Instead of saying this model has 98% accuracy, say this model reduces our risk of financial fraud by an estimated $1.2 million per quarter. One is a technical spec, the other is a business case. The person who can frame the conversation that way is the one who gets the top job. These advanced strategies are what separate the builders from the leaders, and this leads us to the most important question. What are the concrete step-by-step actions you can take starting this week to get on this path? At the beginning of this video, I told you that everyone talks about the AI engineer salary, while other, higher-paying roles go unnoticed. Now you know the secret. The path to the highest compensation isn't about becoming the best coder. It's about becoming the most valuable business strategist who understands technology. So here is your one action item for this week. Don't go learn another framework. Instead, find one single, frustrating inefficiency at your company. Then spend just 2 hours building a simple demo with GPT-4o or Claude 4.5 that solves it. This isn't about writing production code. It's about practicing the art of connecting technology to a business problem. That is the single most valuable skill we discussed. This is how you start the journey from the server room to the boardroom. If this shift in mindset was valuable, subscribe for more career strategies that go beyond the code. In the next video, we'll break down exactly how to build a portfolio of these strategic AI demos.